Is it too late to learn guitar at 40 or older? Totally valid question, but the answer might surprise you. I've worked with tons of adult students who have made massive progress, even starting from complete scratch. In this video, I'm going to break down the truth about learning guitar later in life, the challenges, the benefits, and how to succeed. So if you're new to my channel, or this is the first time that you're clicking on a video, you're probably wondering, who is this guy? Let me introduce myself. My name is Brandon Paul. I've been touring with rock legends for quite a while now, and I've been teaching for a long time as well. You can see tons of the credentials all throughout my channel, as well as student transformations as well. Awesome. Let's jump into the first talking point. All right, so why age is not a barrier. I've got my notes here just to save us some time. The idea that you have to start as a kid is just flat out a total myth. Adults do start and learn playing guitar. Neuroplasticity doesn't just magically shut off at the age of 30. Some of my most transformed students actually started in their 40s and 50s and are now confidently jamming, improvising. Some of them are gigging and even recording. The truth is, if you've got desire, you've got a great structured plan, let alone from a great, credible teacher who's guiding you the entire way, age is completely irrelevant. So let's talk about the real challenges after 40. Let's call out what you're probably worried about. Starting off with, I don't have time. Even 15 minutes a day goes a super long way if you're consistent and intentional. That's a mantra that I've been going by and teaching students for a very long time now. In fact, when I was teaching at School of Rock in West Los Angeles for years, we would always tell our students 15 minutes a day. And by the way, a lot of them were adult students, not just young kids. And the ones that came back and had practiced 15 minutes a day, I noticed right away. I'm telling you, 15 minutes, you can do damage with that. The next thing you might be saying to yourself is, my fingers don't move like they used to. I can assure you that you don't need crazy dexterity to sound good on the guitar. In fact, there are way more important aspects to sounding convincing as a musician. Tone, feel, groove, sound. Playing faster and having all of this going on is flashy and it's nice, but it's not the biggest pieces to the pie. And even so, outside of per se some conditions that are actually really holding your hands back, you can develop so much strength and speed regardless of the age that you are. Moral of the story, these challenges are really just limiting beliefs, and it really just takes someone like me to tell you that you can do it. Someone who's actually out there doing it and transforming other guitar players as well. You got this. So hang on, let's shift gears now and talk about the advantages that you have starting later in life. I'm going to fire off a list of notes that I made here for you. I think some of these are going to hit home. You're learning because you want to, not because someone's making you. That's huge. A lot of students get forced into lessons as young kids, and then they end up resenting the instrument because they were forced into it. You've got patience, self-awareness, and an emotional connection to the music. Again, you're doing it because you want to. This is approaching it from a completely different angle. You've also got mental maturity, patience, focus that younger players often lack. Most adults actually practice better than teenagers because they care more. And you've got life experience, which shows up in the way that you play. Soul over speed any day of the week. That is such a different angle to come at it with. You can take all that life experience and throw it in right away. The last thing I'll say here is that most adults are learning for joy, expression, and confidence, not necessarily to become a rock star. And to me, that makes their journey potentially even more meaningful. You're approaching it from a different angle. You've got the right reasons, the right support behind it. You can do some dangerous things on the guitar. So now let's talk about how you can actually make progress. The key really is consistency, not so much duration. Like I said, 15 minutes a day goes a long way and it compounds over time. You're going to get way ahead of the pack like that. Don't just wing it. You need a clear, structured plan to follow. This is very, very true. And I would say this for anyone at any age. Either get a real teacher who's credible, knows what they're talking about, or follow a very structured plan, such as my Guitar Fundamentals course. I created this course exactly for that purpose. Let's say you just got a guitar or you want to go to Guitar Center and buy your first guitar. This course is perfect for you. It's going to show you the anatomy of the guitar, the names of the strings, how many strings are on there, what do all these knobs do, how do I tune, how do I strum, how do I hold the pick, what size guitar picks do I even need, what about gear, amps, so much more. And I show you chords, how to strum along. I show you foundations about timing, music, and set you up for good success. So then you can go from there into whatever direction you desire. So yeah, you're not too old, you're just getting started. If you focus on a plan, stay consistent, you'd be amazed at where you could be in 6 to 12 months. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope I was able to give some solid insight as well as some good inspiration for you. Be sure to check out those courses that I have available. They're honestly perfect for where you're at. Check the description box below on how you can find them. And until then, you guys keep rocking.